about your program, AVUS CONNECT?
So AVUS is an intergenerational program in which it was designed and created with the intention of addressing social isolation, loneliness, especially today during the pandemic, when it's harder for family members to contact the older loved ones, or it's more difficult. So we step in, and through United HomeCare, we have under their umbrella, their volunteer umbrella, we've been able to contact and recruit other members of the community. So other high school students, other college students, older adults, they all want to step in and have friendly conversations throughout the week, and really keep touch with the older adults in the community.
Okay, and how does it work? You recruited your friends at school?
Yeah, so I began with my school. I began with some friends in my grade, and then we started talking with older students in our grade, so like seniors. Right now they're in college, but so we started a community in my school that really wanted to do the program, and I talked to my counselor if what I should do, and he recommended that I should start a program, and so that's why I reached out to United HomeCare.
Okay, and what is your inspiration for this program? What motivated you to create it?
So it all started around 2 years ago. The idea started forming around 2 years ago. That's when my grandmother passed away, my abuela. She was the main fabric of my family. Almost every social gathering would be at her house. Family members from across the nation would come to see her. So when she passed away, it was hard on all of us, but obviously my grandfather, my abuelo, suffered the most. And when the pandemic hit, it was harder for all of us to see him. So not only did he lose his partner of over 50 years, but he was isolated, he was lonely. So I started calling him, and throughout the week, mostly during the weekends, I started calling him, and you could verbally hear his excitement, his enthusiasm. You could tell that he anticipated the call. So then I started going into other platforms like FaceTime and even Zoom, and you could tell that there was a progression, that things were getting better, that his demeanor was getting better. So with that idea in mind, I came into school and I talked to my counselor, and he told me to make a program. He inspired me to take it up a notch, and create a program with my friends and other students.
And how did your friends react? How did you actually recruit them?
At first they didn't want, because a lot of kids my age don't necessarily want a commitment just yet, but after like consistent persuasion, I finally got them to talk with Blanca, and we were able to sort something out. And so what we do is once a week on Thursdays, everybody has their own buddy, and then we contact them from 3 to 4.
Okay, so and how are these calls made? You have a specific group of elderly, of patients or clients, or how is it that you approach them?
There's a lot of, so right now we have this research program, right, that we want to do. So we have already people that want to volunteer and they want the cause, and so then we assign them with another volunteer, students like myself. So they can come in either once a week, Wednesdays or Thursdays here at United HomeCare, or they can call from home.
Okay. And is it mostly on Zoom and FaceTime, or just calls?
It can be through calls, it can be through FaceTime or Zoom. What I've seen is that the most prominent effect has been through Zoom or FaceTime, right? Visual connection.